been a while, and talk to me about you approached this album differently than the ones in the past. I'm sure you had to, right?
I don't think the approach was that different. It's just like a totally different season in life for us. So it was cool to kind of get back into the studio where it sort of feels like riding a bike. Like you really do like know how to get into the process, and typically the three of us know, you know, kind of how to challenge each other, inspire each other, edit each other. But it's cool to do it 12 years after the last time that we did, where there was more tension than... I mean, tension is awesome. Tension in the creative process is huge. It has to be there, but I think it was more negative tension and negative energy in '99 because we were so burned out and our friendships were pretty tattered and torn. So doing it this time, like on positive vibes and smiles and laughter, but still holding each other accountable on, you know, the art. It was a cool process.
I mean, did you guys actually break up, or you just took a break? Because I knew that
we've been seeing other people.
Right.
It's open relationship.
It's an open relationship.
It's kind of funny because Dispatch kind of became more than a band and maybe a little bit of a movement. I mean,
so like when Obi-Wan dies.
Yeah.
It's like we kind of like Dispatch died, and then we became
the Force.
More. We made more popular than we could ever imagine.
So, and I mean, it's not like you guys just kind of stopped making music. You all went your own separate ways. You kept in touch, I'm assuming, all throughout the process, or
music. That's probably the reason why we broke up. Is that like we had so much in the pipeline that couldn't make it through. That the three of us did, I don't know, 13 or 14 albums in total. And then kind of got to a place where we're, you know, there are some songs that, like, if any one of us recorded on our solo work, I think we'd be like, oh, this would be so much better as a Dispatch song. And imagining the harmonies and the kind of the creativity of where we would push the tunes. And so it's fun now, I think, to know what songs are overtly Dispatch, and for me, like, which ones are more Radiohead. I'm in that band.
He's been writing for...
Yeah.
I should introduce Tom York as on stage. That's nice.
It really is him.
Yeah.
First you
I got
your doubts.
Yeah.
It's the beer. That's what threw you off. So, was it like, not to throw a cliche out, but and it's cliche, not cliche. Wait, how did I say it first?
Cliche?
I said it weird, but that's for me to figure out after.
Not to throw out a cliche.
Not to throw out a cliche. Was it just like riding a bike when you guys got back together? Because I'm looking at you guys on stage, and it really is like no one would know it's been so long.
It was more like riding a really long skateboard together, all three of us. Longboard.
Surfing the longboard. It was pretty easy getting back together. I mean, it's just, you know.
It's like a glove, remember?
Yeah, it's like a good glove, you know, broken in glove.
Well oiled.
That's had the ball in,
Had the
and
ball
the
in
string
it.
wrapped around it, and you sleep
Usually
on it.
the wooden spoon in there to hold the ball in place and sleep with it for 10 years.
Do you guys still refuse to play Creep? I'm sorry, I was still going with the Tom York thing. I'm sorry.
Never play that.
We're forward leaning as a band, okay? Leave it alone, man. Shit, wow.
Oh, he does this.
You know.
Oh, hey guys!
It's Radigan.
That's cool that you guys.
Bobby Lecture.
You guys just broke up and got back together again. That was awesome.
Yeah. See, it goes very fluidly.
There's a circle around the band.
Well, talk to me about those three songs that you played. Just in terms of, you know, we had an oldie in the middle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So about you know, all three. If you remember the middle, how you wrote it. I don't know if you guys were so high you forgot the songwriting process for that one.
Remember bits and pieces.
Yeah.
The first song, the melody of the verse, I think I was dreaming and kind of woke up with this Tom Petty-ish melody. And that song was actually called Tom Petty for a long time. It's a working title.
We thought about keeping it that way too.
Yes, we almost named it Tom Petty.
Thought maybe he'd Twitter us or something. Or sorry, tweet us. Get your digital verbiage right.
I think we played it in Pete's basement for the first time. Brad actually wasn't there. He was playing with like Stivetts and stuff, and you heard it from the hallway.
Yeah.
And it felt just like a driving tune, right?
Yeah.
Like we just wanted to get in the car and drive with it. And then I remember going to Brad with a couple ideas or lyrics, and I said, I had 2 sets of lyrics for it, and one was about my friend Larry Perry, who these guys both knew, and he was like, definitely do that one. Larry had just passed away, and there's this legend that in the 60s he was taken from his family by NASA because he had such severe disabilities that he was seen as expendable, and then sent up to do an orbit.
And he was nonverbal, so he couldn't say no.
Right. So then he came down. They checked all his vital signs, but the irony in the song is that he is a real adrenaline junkie and loves it. We've gone on all sorts of crazy carnival rides, and so that time in the 60s can be seen as very controversial, and still can be seen as very controversial, but also kind of the thrill of Larry's life to be, trained.
Because he would have signed up for it, for sure. Had he been, if they were able to ask him and he could have communicated. Chad and his friends figured out that he would say yes this way and no this way. And he's totally muscle bound and might weigh 60 pounds or 70 pounds.
Mm.
And they thought he would live to like 30 or 40, he lived to like he was 65.
Yeah, such an amazing energy. The very end of our video, there's a video for it that we shot out in the desert. It was really fun underneath all these huge satellite dishes. But the beginning and end of the video has actual footage of Larry. At the beginning, one of your buddies is pushing him in the wheelchair, kind of running with him.
Yep.
And then at the end, Chad has him up in his arms, dancing with him on stage when we were playing the Orpheum, I think, in Boston.
Yes.
So it's a special tune.
And then the next tune, I remember Pete coming to me with that lick.
Yeah, I was playing, just early on learning
Hammer-ons.
hammer-ons, and I think maybe it was a little Hendrix inspired, and Chad was getting his rap on, and he got that.
Just started with that first line. She woke me up with a bang bang, and I was like, okay, I'm not going with this.
But Chad had so much to draw on, having grown up on the wrong side of the tracks, that he went right to Martha's Vineyard and probably West Chop.
Yeah, it was just a lot.
Back in the early, the West Choppers versus the East Choppers, West Chop hip hop was really...
It was taking off at that time.
Yeah, and East Chop hop, which is the way I used to call it, because I grew up on that side.
A Lindy hop.
Yeah, we were a little bit more underdog.
Yeah.
But yeah, the West
was
Chop hop ended up winning out, and we sang about cute little golden rings.